Welcome back, everybody. Learn to be Filipino. Appreciate you stopping by to my channel once again. Hope everybody enjoyed the last video, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to the channel right here so you can hear about more things regarding living in the Philippines. I know you got someone else, but you know you still want me. So today I'm going to get right into it, guys. What I pay every month to live in the Philippines. Now, living in the Philippines and the cost of living in general will greatly depend on your current lifestyle and what you prefer, what accommodations you like and the ones that you're used to, and what you would subject yourself to by living a more cost-effective life. In addition to that, it also depends on the region in which you live in the Philippines. For me, I live in northern Mindanao, so in Mindanao, things tend to be a little bit cheaper compared to the other cities, Cebu and Manila. So let's talk about the rent, guys. I live in a house, so I pay about 8,500 pesos a month. That's under $200 a month, guys. For my 2-bedroom house, I have a backyard. Very cozy, very quiet, very peaceful. And you can see here, I started my own little vegetable garden. Next, let's talk about my utilities. What do I pay every month for my utilities? Let's start off with my light. I pay between 1,500 to 2,000 pesos every single month, and that's equivalent to about 25 to $40 a month on electricity. It could be a little bit more, $50 to $55 a month if you do run an air conditioner, if you do have a really big refrigerator, you're running the lights all day, internet, and also TV, etc. That's pretty damn amazing if you ask me. Now let's talk about the garbage. I pay about 100 pesos a month, so the local barangay will come with a truck. Some guys will pick up my trash, and that equates to about $2 a month. Now let's talk about water. Water bill comes every month. Some places in the US, for example, the water bill comes every 2 to 3 months, but I pay every single month about 150 pesos for my water. I just bought a washer machine, so there's a lot of consumption of water now, but now I'm paying a little more than $2 a month for water. Next, internet connection. Now I have the best possible internet connection that I could possibly have in my area, which is PODT. I pay about 3,000 pesos for my internet. It's not just a Wi-Fi. Mine is wired in directly to the street via telephone pole. And my internet is basically unlimited. I can download something that's 100 gigabytes 3-4 times a month, and nothing's gonna happen to the speed of my internet. Now, of course, if you have a brownout, then that doesn't matter, and you have no internet. But that's nothing a generator will not be able to fix. So let's talk about food, guys. If you're a big imported food guy and you're gonna like steaks and burgers and French fries and pizza, all of that stuff, then you're not gonna save as much money as I do. I live on a really good budget regarding food because I eat Filipino foods. I even go out to the market myself and buy what the people here buy. So if we're talking about fish, chicken, pork, forget beef. Beef is not that popular here in my area. So if you get beef, it might taste really gamey. So I stay away from the beef, kind of. We'll add on canned food and all kinds of cereals, oatmeal, vegetables, yogurt, all these kind of things, your essentials. I usually pay every time I go grocery shopping, and I'll spend about 5,000 pesos. And if I spend about 5,000 pesos on groceries, that's for 3 people. I'm gonna have enough groceries for about 2.5 weeks. So the remaining weeks that are left, so look to spend about 8,000 to 8,500 pesos on food if it's you and your woman. But if it's just you, look to spend a little bit less. But remember, that is not including buying a bunch of imported American goods. This is only excluding imported goods. And as far as your toiletries, like your deodorants, your soaps, powders, etc., look to spend about $40 extra a month, which is extra 2,000 pesos a month. Let's just make it a flat 10,000 peso a month, or $200 a month for your food and toiletries included. Now let's talk about transportation. Now, if you are coming here and you're considering buying a scooter, I think that would be your best option, because not only can your woman use it when you're not around, but when you're here, you can get around from point A to point B and go see all the sights. So for my scooter, when I first got here, it was about 2020. I got it for 96,000 pesos. That's a little bit under $2,000, guys. The same scooter in America costs about $5,000. Ridiculously cheaper than any other country that you know in the West. I usually spend on gas for my scooter about 100 to 200 pesos per week, and that's about $4 per week, guys, on gasoline. If you're a big traveler and you like to travel and go see the sights and travel a bunch of kilometers per day, look to spend about $6 to $8 a week on gas, and a little bit more, $10 we can say also. All right, now let's talk about having a kid. How much does it cost? I have to also implement that into my monthly cost because I do have a son and he's still under 3 years old. So if we talk about diapers, wipes, powder, and his milk, let's just say, for example, those are the main things that I get from every month. I spend about 2,500 to 3,000 pesos on that. And that's not including doctor visits if he needs them, medicine, and that's not including clothes, guys. And of course, you got to factor in your visa runs. I usually been doing the higher end every 6 months extension, but for the every 2 months extension, look to spend about $70, okay, every single 2 months. You got to factor that into your monthly expenses. And I know some of you guys would be like, wow, that's really low. I don't recommend for you to just think you can come out here and that would be it. No, you always have to have money in the bank saved. I always keep about $2,000 in the bank for emergency. So in my opinion, I would say you could live in the Philippines for about $1,500 to about $1,800 a month. If you're by yourself or with your woman, you could live in this country somewhere in the province. But if you're in the city, guys, then you're looking to spend about $2,000 and up, because you're going to be living in a condominium somewhere in Manila, and you're gonna have access to all these food chains, and the groceries are a bit more expensive up there. The markets, the meats, everything is a little bit more expensive up there in the cities. But on average, if you live in the city, it's gonna cost you more of a pretty penny, guys. So remember, in my opinion, I always like to choose the province areas. Some places out of the city could be suburb areas. You could still spend a little bit more than the province, but I like to live with the people, guys. I love to be in the peaceful province with the people and the culture, and I live very happy. And you could do the same too. So there it is. That's how much I spend for bills, rent, things like that a month. Remember, there's other things you got to factor in. I'm not saying you could live off this every single month. That's just what I pay every single month. And of course, leaving yourself some room for error in the bank is absolutely vital. So guys, I hope this video helped you. Hope it gave an idea of how much it would cost for you to live out in the Philippines on not such a huge budget. But if you're a rich guy, you're gonna have a hell of a good time in the Philippines. Thank you very much for watching my video. Hope you guys subscribe to my channel, hit the like button on this, and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss a beat when it comes to my video dropping. Appreciate y'all learning to be Filipino. See you on the next drop.
Know you used to love me. I know you got some